Good morning, everybody. I wanted to make another video, and this one is also a study of the scripture, helpful tips and lessons I've learned. And this one's probably going to be a little funny. Some of you have said that you want to see me smile. Well, this one will probably make you smile. So, why am I sitting here with a tablecloth on my head? Well, that's a good question. This right here, in fact, is a talit, and it is a Hebrew prayer shawl. And it's a nice one. It was a gift, and my family blessed me. I wouldn't say that it's a genuine, authentic article, but I would say that, it's nice, and I appreciate it, and I use it. But what's the purpose of that? Well, in this lesson, what I want to talk about a little bit is our cultural heritage, our language, and our mindset when we decide to study the Bible and study Scripture. And the fact of the matter is that if you intend to do any Bible study at all, and if you intend to grow in knowledge and wisdom with the Lord, then there are a few things you have to consider. And number one is Jesus was a Jew. Surprise, shock, maybe to some. His name is Yeshua. We call him Jesus the Christ because that's a Greek interpretation of his name, but his name is Yeshua HaMashiach. That means that he is the anointed one, which is what Christ means. It's not his last name. Jesus was born in Bethlehem but grew up in Nazareth, so he was known as a Nazarene. But Jesus of Nazareth, in fact, was a local boy from Israel. Why? Because the Old Testament scriptures talk about the history of his people and the history of where he came from, and they were also Jews. To understand the Bible better and to understand scripture, the little intricacies that are written in the verses, it's best to go back and study it with a Jewish mindset, do a little bit study on Jewish history and culture, as well as an agricultural mindset and thinking like a farmer more than maybe what you may be doing on your regular day job. I'm not talking about people like John, Paul, George, and Ringo. I'm talking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, who were in the New Testament. Talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who were the founding fathers in the Old Testament. And people like Joseph, Moses, and Joshua. These fellas are Jewish. And the Jewish culture permeates the scripture reading in the Bible. So if you want to get more out of the Bible, you want to study it better, you want to understand what Jesus was saying when he talked to his people, when he talked to his children, when he was relaying truth to them, this is really important. And just wanted to point that out. It may be a help for some of you, may help you to understand some things. And I hope that it really, you'll take it to heart. And I hope that you'll see the truth in that. Because Jesus is not a Western personality. God is not a Western God. He's a God of the world, of all nationalities. But the history and the people and the origins of what he was trying to say and the messages he was trying to get across are best understood if you take on this Hebrew culture and Hebrew mindset. The other thing I want to say real quick is that the Bible was written basically in 3 languages. So if you can understand that the Old Testament was written basically in Hebrew, the New Testament was basically written in Greek. And those will help you as well. I would highly recommend getting a Strong's Concordance, figuring out online how to use that. There are versions online of using the Strong's Concordance, and that'll help you get in the words. Maybe I'll get another video going and talk about that too. But I'm going to try to keep this short. Love y'all. Have a great morning, and we'll see you soon. God bless.